Oh, good. We got some people here. Hey, guys. Eric the Bearded Tool Guy. You know, about a week ago, I got Senior. You know, these are batteries to adapt to your power tools. You know, they sent me the one for Ryobi. You know, goes on here. I can pull it off. This is their USB battery pack. This is just 4 amp hours. I'm trying to give them their time with me. They sent all me, you know, they sent this, the adapter for Bosch, and a 21700 cell 8 amp battery. This is all through just me testing them on my channel. So hey, $200 worth of stuff. I'm gonna give them some time on it, and I'm getting to like it, especially this one with you can charge up your cell phones and stuff. But I think this is only 18650 cells. So we're going to go with 18650, their battery, against high performance 4 amp hour from Ryobi, which is only 18650s. So okay. Now okay. Put on there Ryobi's battery. And no, this is not the Edge battery. That wouldn't be anything fair to this company. Got it in speed 3 too, and they're both fully charged. And no, I can't race them. I'd have to have 2 of these. This is the latest impact driver from Ryobi, the PBL Ideal 4. This only came out a couple weeks ago. So I'm not going to try to race the old one. It's not even the same class as this one. Let's see how far we can take this battery. It's not really a high draw tool. They say not to use these on high draw tools. I'm going to release a video. I don't think I've released it yet. But no, I haven't released it yet. But I tried this battery on the 2nd gen, their new hammer drill. Forget it. The battery just goes into dead mode. I don't think I released that video yet. I don't think I released that one yet. I'll have to see if I can find it. But the battery just basically died. So you can't use a real high draw tool like a drill and expect to try to... Oh, I was right. I was trying to drill a hole and forget it. It was a pretty big bit. The battery just croaked. So it's got to be something with low draw. I can't tell nickels with a difference between their HP regular 18650 cell or their new Air battery. They both feel about the same. Okay, let's put it here. Be nice if this was 21700 cells, but it's not. See if we lost anything. No, still going. Tell you one thing, it takes time to charge this. The only way to charge it is with, you know, your phone plug-in and one of those, you know, one of those wires. I don't know, I'm not into all that stuff, but I ran it on the high output one that really charges your phone quick, and it still takes time to charge this battery. And no, you can't charge it by putting it in. You can't charge it by putting it in. It won't even work. So you can't even use Ryobi charger, which is a bummer, because it will probably charge a little bit quicker. Still hasn't lost the cell. I think this battery and the adapter, I think it's less than 80 bucks. It's probably even less than that. And you can't charge your phone off of a Ryobi battery unless you get the topper. Here, let's go for a knot. Remove that one. Nice and cool here in Illinois right now. It's only in the upper 50s. So far, summer hasn't started. I'm sure it's going to be coming probably soon. Battery's still good. Like I say, it's got 2 ports here. There's other guys I see on YouTube we're doing with these too. There's your big port. I guess that's maybe for your laptops. I see a lot of people are testing these batteries right now. Now, they're 21700 cells in here. One guy took a battery apart. They're nice. They just haven't wired them 1000%. That Bosch would do, but hey, for 70 bucks, this is 21700 cells. Now, if this little company, Cheniere, can do 21700 cells, you can't tell me that Harbor Freight could start making 21700 cells for their power tools. Tablets, that is. Who cares about just regular 21700 cells? Let's go tablets. And so these guys can do this. These are a cheaper battery inside here. Why not make them tablets and let Harbor Freight start making their tablet cell batteries? I'd be willing to pay $125 for a 8 amp hour Hercules tablet cell battery. Heck, I'd give them $175 for a 12 amp hour. You know, Milwaukee's raised their prices a lot. Their batteries now, the 6 amp hour Forge and 8 amp hour Forge start at 250 bucks. Their 12 amp hours, $300 now. Everything's starting to go up. So these batteries are getting to be pretty expensive. So if we can find an aftermarket person that can do it, but I do want to get the DeWalt version of this and the Milwaukee version of this. But I'm going to see if I can get them to send them to me. That one dead spotted. Still fully charged. Maybe I'll break the drill and show you what I mean. You can flatline the battery. I'll remove these now. Not that one, this one. I got to give these guys some YouTube time. Maybe they'll send me some more batteries. I'm looking for the DeWalt one that fits on the tool and the Milwaukee one. And they're both 21 700 cells. Like I say, if this company can come up with a lesser 21 700 cell, why not make tablets and then let Harbor Freight take it over? Because whoever's manufacturing the batteries in this one, they're 21 700 cells, but they're not used by Milwaukee, DeWalt, or anybody else. They're a slightly cheaper battery. That's how they can do these batteries here for 70 bucks. This is 21 700 cell. I like to see DeWalt pull that off. There's no way they can come up with an 8 amp hour one. If they can do that, maybe they can make a tabless one, the same battery company, for Harbor Freight, so we can buy their tablets 8 amp hour batteries for, like, I'm willing to go as high as 140 bucks. Because I do have that circ saw. I see other people finally starting to test. I love that circ saw, but it needs a stronger battery. Tablet cells. The thing about Harbor Freight Hercules is you can't take their tools and you can't run another battery manufacturer on it with an adapter. They got the electronics figured out. I have an adapter that fits my Harbor Freight impact driver. All it does, the lights just come on. They got the electronics figured out in there. The guy that runs and owns Harbor Freight doesn't let people using any other batteries on his tools. Because I did do it. Somewhere I got a battery adapter that fits, but just the lights come on. That's it. The tool's dead. So he's got something in his tools that won't connect with the battery. The other thing I didn't notice about this Ryobi, the handle seems to vibrate a little bit. Feels like it's loose, but it's not. I don't know why. Maybe I'll see if I can tighten the screws, but they look good. I don't know, it's Ryobi. What do you want? Okay. Now, let's move on to the Bosch. By the way, the battery. Still good. Okay. Now let's move on to the Bosch. This is the Bosch GDR 18V 1950C. This is the latest impact driver. I was one of the first ones to put it on YouTube last fall. And I see I could have got it on sale a few months ago for way cheaper. So let's try out this Senior 8 amp 21 700 cell battery. That's some hard wood right there. This starting to get bad. I use my fasteners until they're dead. Fasteners are too expensive to start tossing them until they break. Not like I got anybody sending me free fasteners. Like, you ever watch any gun channels? I love watching gun channels. I've been into guns probably longer than power tools, and a lot of those big gun channels, they get their ammunition for free. Free. Can't beat that. When somebody sends you 1,000 rounds, shoot it up. Not like I have somebody sending me 1,000 timber locks. I'd love to have a gun channel, but YouTube doesn't like guns, so forget it. You can tell the difference between this and the Ryobi. This is nowhere near as powerful as that Ryobi. That Ryobi is 2,300 inch-pounds. This is 1,950 inch-pounds. Big difference. Big difference in tools. Not even close. Not even in the same league. This will last longer. It's Bosch. It's better. Better last longer. Bosch has been around, what, 100 years? Okay, let's pull that battery off. Still fully charged. And look at this. I think if you press the light, got a built-in light. Just hold the button down and back. There you go. Okay. Let's try their 8 amp core battery. This ain't tablets yet. I could get my hands on one. I'm trying to talk to somebody about it. I'm dealing with somebody in the Philippines in order to get it. They're only about $170 in Philippine money, but by the time it gets here, it'll probably be 225 bucks. So I don't know. I might just wait for Acme to get them in. I don't know. Whenever Bosch decides to release their tablet cell batteries to North America, it may be a while. Maybe they're sitting out a whole bunch of these other ones. They got to unload it. For some reason, Europe gets them, Australia gets them, New Zealand get them, Asia gets them, but we don't get their tablet cell batteries over here. You got to import them. This feels like the same strength to me. And this is Bosch, but this battery is twice as expensive as this one. And we all know the cells on this one aren't as good as the cells on this one, but this is less than half the price. So you can't beat that. Not warming up quite yet. Just that this tool's way down in the Ryobi, way down on power. This is nowhere near, not even the same league, but it'll last longer. I'm sure of that. People use this professionally. You're not going to find many guys on job sites for Ryobi tools. I only bought this impact driver because it was new. All the old impact drivers, you can keep them. Especially that Freak, you could have that thing. I didn't know what it was. Impact driver, impact wrench. Make its mind up. And this has got more power. And smaller. What's up, Cole? Dogs love the cool weather. They sure hate the heat when you got 3 coats of fur. Still fully charged. Just charged both these batteries. Big power difference between that and that Ryobi. And Ryobi's acting like a Gen 4 Milwaukee, and this is acting like the DeWalt XR-DCF 845 for power, even though it does have more. Not much. Okay. Got enough lights on there too. Plus, if I had the third light here, feels like it has the same power as the Bosch battery to me. Doesn't feel any different. Probably longevity. This is probably not going to be longevity as that. Cheaper cells, but what do you want for $70? You're trying to save money in this economy. And like I say, the way inflation is going, the forged batteries are now $250, $250, and $300. So that means they're going to go on sale around Christmas for what? 200, 200, and maybe 250. So everything's starting to go up in price. So buy your tools and batteries before prices really start going up. And that'll probably be soon. You got to start making the stuff here, then it won't go up. Like buy your Mercedes, BMWs, Porsches, and Audis now before they go up 50%. You'll have to have an extra 100 grand in your pocket to be able to pay for it. I don't buy those cars anyhow. I like German power tools. I don't like German cars because when they go out of warranty, time to sell it. I have a couple relatives that used to drive around Audis and Porsches. You don't drive those around when they're old unless you can fix it yourself. Parts alone in a German luxury vehicles are twice as much money as Japanese. You know, like I told my one cousin that had an Audi 20 years ago, I said, there's more technology in that than the space shuttle. See if this battery's going down yet. Nope, not yet. This tool's starting to warm up a little bit. Let's still see if we can fit this in. Previous hole. Okay. Now let's see which one can remove it faster. Back to this, whatever this thing is. Cena. I'm impressed with it. I'm impressed that it's all one piece. And it's 21/700 cells, but they're not the top ones. The top ones come in DeWalt, Milwaukee, Ryobi, Rigid, Makita. I'm sure Bosch will have the top ones too when they bring their batteries out. Tablet cells is the next thing. It's like a nitrous button. I've tested tablet cells against regular. Yeah, the battery runs out quicker, but who cares? Like going down the road with your car and hitting nitrous. You want to beat the guy, don't you? Even though all my life I've owned probably 30 cars, I never had nitrous because I don't want to blow the engine up. Because knowing me the way I drive, every time I'd race somebody, I'd be hitting a button. I don't want to do the scene from the Fast and the Furious. Engines are $10,000 to $20,000. Even the car in the garage, I would never put nitrous on that car. You blow the motor up on it. That motor's all stock anyhow, 100% stock. It's called Mickey Mouse in an engine. You might put an exhaust on it. You might computer chip it up. Maybe a nice intake. Maybe a nice stainless steel headers or titanium. As soon as you start putting bigger turbos and nitrous, unless you rebuild the whole engine to be able to withstand all that power, you're going to blow the motor. I was playing with cars way before anybody was playing with cars. Me and my dad were playing with cars back in the 1980s. I'm going to be 59, so I've been playing with cars for 40 years. My first toy car was a 70 Chevelle. I spent more time working on it than driving. But it had a V8 in it. Wish I still had it today. That car would be 55 years old now. Even junker Chevelles are hard to come by. It was a 1970. A friend of mine down the street had an SS. That car today would probably sell for twice what it used to sell for. But that's only to us older guys. The young guys don't know anything about Chevelles. Like right now, I've been looking at a, it's like an 88, 89 Monte Carlo SS. Maybe it's it's actually between 85 and 88. I think that was the last year they made the Monte Carlo SS. It's just 20 minutes away from here for sale. He's probably asking 20 grand for it because it looks in mint condition. I think it only had either the 305 or the 350 motor in it. It didn't really put that much power out there. Now the Grand National GNX is the car to have, that little 3.8 turbo. Those fetch some money. Okay, let's see what the battery's at. Still fully charged. Let's run some bigger lags here. Okay, what are we gonna run? We're also gonna, I want to kill this battery on here. Just to prove to everybody that you can't run that battery on everything. Okay, in order to do that, I'm going to have to get the drill out. Okay, this is the absolute limit of this battery. See where I can do this at. It's absolutely dead. Absolutely toasted it. Look. It won't even light up anymore. This battery, they even say not to use this on any high drain tools. That, with that Milwaukee 2 and an 8 switchblade, battery's toast. So you can't use it on that. Now watch this. Let's put the edge on. Let's get some gloves. But I can at least remove it, and it still runs. This battery here, it's not even lighting up anymore. I already took it beyond its limit. This edge battery doesn't have a limit. It's tabless cells. And it's also costs twice as much as this. This is for general use, not for a switchblade drill bit. Look at that. Just kept going. So, don't expect to buy this and put it on a high drain tool. I'm pretty sure this wouldn't even want to be working on a circular saw. Okay? I tried that once. I said, that battery's not made for that. You use this battery on what I was doing with an impact driver, or maybe your caulking gun or your fan. But don't try to drill with that big of a bit in a drill. Let's kill the light. Okay. Now, let's run some bigger bits here. You might as well say this battery is now deceased. It's a nice battery if you don't run around on a real high power tool that does a lot of draw. It won't even light up anymore. I killed it. Now it's got a reset. So yeah, well, not really. It all depends on tools. So sometimes you need the lice, but like I say, okay. I'll just leave it undone. This battery, I just totally toasted it with doing that drilling. I'll have to recharge it later. These batteries are for just general use. You know, just the impact driver, that's great. But you jump up to that size bit with that drill, even though that drill's only 850 inch-pounds, it croaks the battery. You could probably run a small drill bit, and I'm talking ½ inch or less with the drill with this battery, but I wouldn't go beyond that. No, thank you. No, thank you. This, charging up your phone, maybe running a fan. Yeah, you could put this on the fan, charge up your phone, run it. Yeah, this is great. Put it on your fan. You're trying to cool down. You want your phone to charge off of it. Just don't run the drill with that bit with this, because it kills whole battery. It's still dead. That's funny. Yep. Okay. Let me come up with a task for this battery now. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna drive in here. Okay. I got a couple things to run. Like I say, this battery's more heavy duty. 21,700 cells. Granted, it's not tablets, but hey, 70 bucks? $70? Let's see what we can do to it for a few minutes here. Let me clear this off. I actually took that other battery to its limit and beyond. Just had to show everybody you can't use it on that. Real small drill bit, maybe 1/4 inch. They even told me not to run this on any hydraulic tools that have to take that much juice, and battery is still dead. I tripped the circuit in is what I did. Okay. I'm going to show everybody the limits on it. That's your limit. I got to let it charge for a couple hours. Okay. Now, let me run something here and get some better gloves. I'm going to try to go live tomorrow night with the new Hercules rear handle. I don't have a chance to buy another blade for it. We'll just run the stock blade from Harbor Freight. I'm going to pull all the fasteners out of this piece of wood tomorrow evening, and we're going to cut up this whole piece of wood with an 8 amp extreme performance battery. And we're going to see if this saw can cut this whole piece of wood up, all of it down to nothing. And see what the saw does and see what the battery does. That's tomorrow evening. And right now I'm trying to locate a another saw blade for it, because that's got the diamond knockout. The Milwaukee saw blades don't have diamond knockouts. I checked it out. I can't run my diamond. You know, I can't run the Milwaukee thick curve blade. There's no diamond knockout on it because Milwaukee doesn't have diamond knockouts on their circ saws. So, okay. Okay, let's get a glove on. And yes, it's still dead. I just got to put a charge on it. It sets something in the circuitry. Yep. They said not to use it on like that, and I tried it anyhow. I'll still release the video with it too, probably. Okay. Give this battery a good workout. See what the battery's at. Still has 3 cells and 3 lights on, so it hasn't drained yet. Not too easy. So that wasn't easy. These are power lags, at least 5 inch. Just taking an impact driver to the extreme. This to the DeWalt 860 high torque impact driver, this would be nothing. To this is a chore. Well, let's see what the battery's at. Oh, lost 1 cell finally. I figured it would. Okay, let's keep driving these. It's really hot too. Tool's starting to get hot too now. It's not spitting grease yet. I already did spit grease with this thing last fall. See the batteries at. No, it gained its cell back. I'm shocked. Wow, okay now. Wow. Still not that hot. Hey, somehow the cell came back. Okay, let's try the Bosch battery. See what it does. Now, one thing, this power lag is getting hot. Still fully charged. Of course, we haven't used the Bosch battery that much. Maybe I better get a temperature gauge for the tool. See what it is myself. That's only 120, 121. That ain't bad. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the Sienna. Cena. I call it Cena now. Let's go back to the Cena battery. Sure is hitting this impact driver. This is the utter limit of this impact driver. These lags here, these power lags. This is the absolute limit on this. It's probably beyond the limit. It's not spitting grease. Still fully charged. I'm shocked. This battery seems to be coming back. They must have some better cells in there than that one guy thought. Let's see. Do I want to try another kind of test? I don't know. Yeah, we'll do it. Okay. Put this here. Let me find the drill. Let me find the Bosch drill, the world's strongest drill. The world's strongest drill with the same Milwaukee bit. Let's see if this battery can withstand this. Okay. Let's put this C in there. Cena. Battery to the test. speed too. I gotta find a spot on here now. That's the thing. I got fasteners all in here. Put another glove on. Actually, one glove will do. This looks good. If I tighten it up, that would do. Tell there ain't no edits here. Fell out again. What is it with this chuck? This is supposed to be a high-end chuck on this drill. Ain't coming out now. It's supposed to be a Rome chuck on here. Okay. Now let's try this battery. Wow! See what the battery's at. Still fully charged. Look at that. I don't know how it's doing it. Put it here. I don't have any fasteners there. Woo! I think I need to sharpen this bit. But look how far down she went. She went down that far. Well, the battery's still good. Look at that. This is their best battery they have now, 21/7 cells. This is their absolute best this company makes. It's seen her. I don't know if I can even try it here. Let's see. This bit needs to be sharpened. I'll have to sharpen it up again. Well, this battery passes my inspection. The other one didn't because it croaked. You got to get these, if you want these batteries to work for your tools, get them 21/7 cell. This is a hell of a bit to spin too. And that was smoking, so Well, a little bit less to cut up tomorrow night with the, you know, rear handle Herc. So okay, guys, I've been on long enough, almost 53 minutes. But like I say, this battery passes my inspection, because if it can do that, and this bit is dull, it needs to be sharpened. And this is the world's strongest drill, and I find it's pretty strong. It's up there, I'd say, with the DeWalt. First, I'll have to test everything when I have a chance, but yeah. And we definitely know that this battery here is only light duty only. Look, it's dead. So don't put this on your drill and expect to use this bit. It won't work. Okay, guys, Eric the Bearded Tool Guy. Yep. Probably tomorrow evening I'm going to run the Herc. You know, the Hercules rear handle. So, okay, guys, Eric the Bearded Tool Guy signing off.